Look at this, look at this, look at this. Look at this. The basket is working so awesome. Welcome back to another episode of Do It Prove It. Today we are going to be making a bamboo basket. I have already made all the preparations. Those are the cross pieces, and here we have the ones that we're actually gonna weave the basket with. I have all the pieces. This is gonna be really important in this making, so let me just get set up and we're gonna make. So I've been busy for the past days, so it's time to show you what I've actually been doing. So far I've made like three baskets, and today I'm gonna show you guys just how to make your own bamboo basket. So you're gonna start with the cross pieces, right? I do hope you guys are seeing. So start with the cross pieces, and from my experience you can basically use up to, like, it all depends. You can use any amount you want, but I normally go for like 8, 16. It just depends. Okay, so guys, we're at the point we have 8 pieces, and you can actually add more to it. Honestly, that's not a problem. You can add more, but then at the end of the day, it's just to weave it is gonna be majority of the problem. So we're gonna stick with this amount that we have, and we're gonna start weaving. So this is gonna be the real important part that you want to see, and how to get it started. So we're starting out with a piece of this, but you really want a small piece to do it. We got the small piece, and it really helps to start with a small piece. So what you want to do now is basically apply some pressure right here. So you can use your foot, or you can just use something just to give you enough leverage, but I'm gonna use my foot. Check and make sure everything is still basically in the same direction. And what you really want to do is start all the way, try and get it as close as possible to the inside, and you can still use your foot and jam on it. And what you want to do now is like under, you go under. This is the most important part, and this is like the most technical part of it. After this, everything else is simple. So it's under, above, under, and above. So you're gonna keep skipping one every time. Under and above. So try to hold the tension, that way nothing won't move. I mean, when I say move, I mean like major move. So that's under, and you're just gonna keep repeating this until you're back at the starting point. So it is gonna take a bit of practice, trust me, and you're gonna keep repeating it until we're right back at the starting point. So we're almost there, and you can set this as you go along. Okay, so that's one under, one above, and here we go again. We're basically right back to where we start, and from this point on we can go back under again just to hold it in place. And then this is what you're gonna do. You have this extra short piece, and you're gonna insert it right, so that way you're now gonna go over this short piece, because if you don't insert it, you're gonna keep repeating the same loops over and over again, and you don't want that because it's not gonna weave. So here we are now, and you can see we're actually taking a different course. So who was under is now above, and then that is just basically it. From here, everything else is just following the over under pattern, over under pattern. It started to rain, so we gotta go. We're gonna continue this when the rain is over. Let me try and tie this one in real quick before the rain starts. Nah, I don't think it's coming that much, but you guys can hear it. We're actually under some trees, so that is gonna help to keep off some of the water for now. So let me just continue tying this. But yeah, you guys get the point, hopefully. So that is just about it. I don't think the rain is coming, so we're gonna stay. And from this point on, it's just a matter of just following the same over under, over under, over under, and there you have it. The starting of a bamboo basket. And my mother, she was the one who actually told me how to do it. So mom, thanks for the support, the idea, and I really hope you guys are enjoying this, you know, this little how-to. It's just the beginning of it, is the challenging part, but after that, super easy. So if you want to attempt to do something like this, you know, just be careful. Bamboo, extremely sharp, and it will most likely cut you if you mishandle it. So that's not bad. It is a little bit messy, but we're gonna weave it, and then maybe later on we can wash it when we're at the river catching some crayfish. I need some bait to go and fish at the surf, and my preferred bait is actually shrimp, crayfish, whatever weird name you want to call it, crustacean. But that is what I prefer to use when it comes to catching fish. It is really messy just because of that rain, but it's all good. And at this point, you don't really have to stand on it anymore, but it's already messy, so might as well I still stand on it. So this is what you can actually do from this point on. I had to learn everything the hard way, and here we are now, almost making a perfect basket. I won't say perfect, but a good quality. I don't think anything is perfect. So you guys can see, it's just one pattern that you're following over and over. So it's not something that you're gonna mess up once you get it start out. And these cross pieces, you're starting with even and then you're adding an extra one to make it uneven. That is the best part about it. So that was my mistake. I was only using even ones, and we keep following the same direction all the time. Okay. So that's a nice start, and you can trim this. Normally what I like to do when the basket is finished is like use flame or open fire and kind of like burn these. That really helps, but we're not to that point where we want to burn as yet, so we're gonna keep adding. Yep. And that is just to start it. Okay. So what I would do now is put my foot to hold it in place until we're back at that point. And that's okay. It is gonna break, but it's not gonna separate. Okay, so got it. Fit it, and now we're back at the point where we started, and this is gonna like jam against it, and there you go, home free. And this piece that I'm actually weaving now is like 2 times longer than the one that I was using before. So we are just taking our time with it. So to all of my subscribers, viewers and supporters, I want to thank you guys for being a part of this channel. Thank you for being a part of the Do It Prove It family. If you're here from day one, thumbs up to you. And if you're visiting the channel for the first time, welcome. I hope you're enjoying the show. I hope that you revisit the channel again, or you can hit that notification bell. That way you would receive an update when I drop a new video, or probably go live. We haven't gone live on the channel as yet. I think maybe someday we would and do something. I don't know what we would do, but yeah. So I don't want to bore you guys with the whole weave and weave and weave. So when we're almost finished, I'll get back to you guys, but it's just basically the same thing that you're following over and over and over again. So you guys are not gonna miss anything. You guys already saw the most important part, or important parts, you know, like adding the extra piece, because that is definitely needed. By the time I'm finished weaving to the point that we want to stop, you guys are gonna get to see like what you can do. There's a lot of options, but I just prefer something simpler, nothing too fancy. So I'll catch you guys when we're kind of like right across here. So you guys can see we're at a really good rate, and this is naturally gonna like take the curve. It's not a big basket. I don't want this one to be super big, so I didn't make it big. And the layout for all is just basically the same, but if you're gonna make a bigger one, these cross pieces are gonna be longer. So that's just it. I made this one small because I already have a big one, but we're gonna still fish with it because that is the purpose of the baskets, to fish, catch crayfish, catch bait. We're gonna take it to the river and give it a test run. I can't thank you guys enough for being a part of Do It Prove It. Honestly, you guys have been showing the channel so much love that I really can't thank you guys enough. So if you guys are interested, you can check out the Do It Prove It merchandise. They're all provided by Vincy Merch. I'll put a link in the description and you guys can check that out if you're interested. I'm gonna carry it up just a little bit more, like probably right there. I'll add one more piece of this. Let me grab this one. Yeah, so I'll add this piece, and then that would complete the basket. So I'm gonna do that, and like I told you again, you're gonna follow the same pattern. You don't want to change up the pattern. You're gonna follow the same direction. So it's best to like try and get it behind the first piece, and sometimes you might have to hold it, sometimes you don't, but there's really no need for you to be holding it at this point. It's just gonna stay in place. Drop a comment, tell me if you guys are enjoying this bamboo basket belt. It's pretty simple stuff, and this one we're gonna do it pretty simple. Pretty simple. We're gonna do it. No fancy design. Right now we're at the home stretch, the point where we're gonna end this. Just a few more. Okay, it's right at the height that we want it to be though. I don't want it to be too deep or too shallow. I think I'm gonna work with that. What do you think? Or we should put another just until we reach to this point, because it's broken there, and I'm gonna remove like right across here. So let's just add another piece. Add this other piece. It's pretty nice. I enjoy making this, and I'm gonna enjoy using it. Okay, now so we're right back at the point that we said that we're gonna stop. So I'm gonna stop right here. It's so hard for me to stop. I just want to continue, but we have to stop. Okay, let's just stop right here now. Let's just stop right here, because if I don't, I am gonna continue. So what I'm gonna do is cut this a little bit slanting, just a little bit, and we're gonna finish it off right there. So let me get this copper off so you guys can see, and you can give it shape by like hitting it. Nothing is gonna happen to it, but here we have it, a nice bamboo basket that we actually can catch bait in. And these are gonna set when it's dry. It's gonna like keep a stronger shape. That way you won't be able to like flex it. So from this point, what I'm going to do is add a thick layer of bamboo, go right around to this section, and we're gonna weave it. So I'm gonna cut these basically flat, in line with that, and then we're gonna start weaving. So yeah, this is what I'm gonna be doing. I'm just gonna like be cutting it. That's all I'm gonna be doing. So we got the final one, and voila. Just leave to weave the little piece around the edge now, and we're complete. We're gonna clean it up after, but I'm just showing you guys. I'm just showing you guys how well it is done. It's pretty nice. And you can use your fingers and like set it, you know, in the places that you see like look a little bit too wide. You can actually pull on it just to, and that's it. Bamboo basket made with Do It Prove It. So we got the thick piece that we're gonna add around the edge, and we're gonna start weaving it. So far it's looking pretty good. We're gonna weave more onto it, but we're just holding it in place for the time being. So here we have the finished product. It is looking really sweet. We add the thick piece to the end, and it's basically flat and nice, and it's looking really good. So I want to thank you guys so much for being a part of the channel, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Do It Prove It. We're not too far from the waterfall. If you listen carefully, you can actually hear it. We're gonna go and catch some crayfish with this basket. Honestly, I want to see how it is working. So we got all the stuff ready. We're gonna catch some crayfish, head into the river. Yeah, test out this basket that I finally completed. Basket. See what we're gonna catch. Oh, we actually got two big ones. Nothing. Nothing. So maybe they're hiding. Who knows? We're just gonna keep fishing and see what we get. Ah, we got three. Oh, yeah. Yeah. We've got a nice one. That is a nice one. Let's see if we can get some inside here. Woo! They've got us a gobby. You guys remember this? A gobby. We don't want the gobbies. So this is working pretty good. Honestly, I like it. It's working, it's working. We've got one more. We're gonna hold that in our hand. And we're gonna see if we can catch us some more. Coming down. Oh yeah. So we've got. Look at this, look at this, look at this. Look at this. The basket is working so awesome. Just look at this. We actually caught a good bit this time. Woo! I think this was a success. Wow, it turned out pretty good. So I'm just gonna catch some more baits and then we're gonna head out of here. Whoa, that's awesome. We actually got some big ones in this round. Those are some big ones. So the basket is actually working. And you guys can check out our Do It Prove It merchandise. I'll put a link in the description. You guys can also follow Do It Prove It on Instagram and on TikTok. So I'll also put the links in the description. You guys can check that out. So we're actually gonna head home now. We've got enough. That should be enough. Yeah, this is more than enough to fishing at the surf. So we're gonna do that, and I'll catch you guys in another episode of Do It Prove It.